Welcome back to Character Select. Dave and Savin back for more Pillars of Eternity. We have been invited to go talk to the Duke about Animancy. So,
hell yeah.
Of course, that means that we're going to go in there with our own intentions rather than the faction that invited us. What the hell?
Yeah.
Why is there a person there to attack me?
What?
What the shit? Assassins! I mean, alright, I guess.
They terrified Itamak. Poor baby.
If the two of you could, like, fuck up that assassin, I'd really appreciate it. And then give me some arcane slams. A little bit of that interdiction. And just the lightest pinch of Silent Scream.
I'm not sure Silent Scream is ever a light pinch.
It feels like a light pinch that kills you. So, you know, whatever. Written on the scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to have associated with in your brief time in the Deerwood. Oh, alright. Yep, it's the Wodikins. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actually what you would call them? Wodikins?
Yeah.
Wait, they're just outside Hadrid House. Is that... That's not good. They're not stupid enough to go inside, are they?
Well, let's find out.
Oh, boy. I don't see any murder, and nobody seems to care, so... Just fight outside.
Might mean they're scoping the place out.
Well, not anymore, they're not. At least those particular guys. Hey, Lady Webb.
How fares your search?
If I'm going to do this for you, I think it's time you told me everything about Theos.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock, but I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive.
Ouch.
Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them. And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted.
Interesting. Also, do ciphers normally end up being, like, spies? Because it seems like that's what their skill set is mostly suited to.
Yeah, like, that's Dunreed Row's whole thing, is they collect ciphers to act as spies.
You're talking about Theos.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
But it didn't last.
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the leaden key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. but the day never came. He has left me to wonder.
Interesting.
I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
So, why did he leave her alive? Either she couldn't threaten
Did he actually
him.
just care about her?
I don't think that enters into the equation of somebody who's lived for thousands of years. Weird.
What of them?
The dozens have accepted me into their delegation.
Of all the groups, it is the dozens that the Duke fears most. If you have their ear, you will most certainly have Avar's.
Sweet.
You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the Leaden Key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
This is not going to go the way anybody expects or wants, because this is still technically Act 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to throw out some guesses here. We get there, and we expose the Leaden Key, and they show up and kill everybody. We get there, we expose the Leaden Key, and the Duke is actually working for them, so he doesn't give a shit. Or we get there, and we try to expose the Leaden Key, and something happens that prevents us from doing it. Those are my guesses. Savin's not going to tell me shit about shit, but you know. I should probably save before I go in, shouldn't I?
Probably. That's what I would do if I were in your shoes on a blind playthrough.
Yep. It's like I'm trying to think of what the equivalent would be in like a AAA game. It's like now I'm struggling. Damn.
Well, hopefully you won't struggle once you get inside.
No, I'm trying to think.
Unless Theos comes to give you a struggle cuddle.
It would be like if the lands meet in Dragon Age Origins happened in the middle of the game.
Yep.
But we shall see what happens.
It would be nice if it did happen, because then you could skip the Mage Tower and all the other bullshit that's not really that fun.
Wait, go. Oh, cool.
Yeah, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to.
Da-da-da-da-da. Thank you for letting us keep our weapons. Who's reading?
Meanwhile, you can't keep your fucking pet who's stuck out there.
Who's reading? Is it me or you?
I think it's you.
Okay. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible Knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are well-dressed members of House Domino, casual, watching with a predator's interest. Still elsewhere are the ramshackle dozens, who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Oh shit, I forgot to put on my nice polo shirt. Interspersed are animancers in their academics' robes with expressions either sour or concerned.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you Animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
Ramir de Barask is originally from Palminia. He's one of the finest minds in Animancy to come out of the Valian Republics. He left for Defiance Bay 5 years ago, because he believed this was the true heart of Animancy research.
In Palutina's words and the way she looks at her countrymen, you sense both pride and a mild sense of frustration.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
Shut up.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more. Animancy goes, or this country goes.
Oh, they're going to be upset when I talk about other things.
So you admit, Master Barask, that Animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was.
So, just as an example of good writing, we've clearly walked in here to a situation where there are 3 sides to this argument. And in 3 lines, we know everybody's position. The Dominels want to continue the current state of affairs. The Dozens absolutely do not. And the Crucible Knights are cautious, but leaning towards not continuing the current state of affairs. That's good writing. And it doesn't feel like forced.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The Dozens won't stand for it.
The experiment failed, yes, but his work...
His work was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the Dozens. What makes you say sabotage?
All at once, the attendees turn their faces towards you, a mismatch of judgment and incredulity. Only the Duke, a wild-looking man with a scraggly beard, seems unfazed by your interruption. I met a false patient in Brackenbury Sanitarium who had tampered with Azo's machinery.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
What the hell is the Bale Reach incident? Do I know about that?
Sure, it's popped up in a codex somewhere.
Probably. This is not the Bale Reach incident. This was a responsible scientist who was manipulated. Aloth whispers between gritted teeth. What Azo did to Graham was not the work of a responsible scientist.
Horseshit.
Slap.
These
Shut up,
Animancers
Aloth.
can't be trusted. Look at what happened in Heritage Hill. Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves.
Are you sure this is your delegate?
Oops. She won't be for long making claims like that.
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justicia. You turn a blind eye and look what happens.
I've been to Heritage Hill since the quarantine. Though the Knights were unable to control the damage, it was not Animancy, but an ancient machine that caused it.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once.
I'm so honest.
Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
Ter Noeth houses an Ingwithan machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead.
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of Animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
Their presence doesn't prove cause. This testimony is not evidence, it is a guess.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
You're missing the point. Everywhere there's Animancers, there's disaster.
You need to shut up, dude.
We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge.
Wrong bridge indeed.
It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs he couldn't cough up. My daughter, we put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker!
Okay, I can understand the anger now, actually. That sucks, dude.
Enough,
Yeah.
Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's Animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate?
That is a surprisingly astute point.
Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
Ooh, I can! The crowd begins to mutter, the sound taking a doubtful character. Right idea, Watcher, taking this hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Widewind's legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Caedmon Azo's downfall was their work, as was the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want Animancy to fall. The dull muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. I have seen them in the ruins of Air Glanfath, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls, near towns like Gilded Vale and Deerford where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are stealing the souls of the unborn.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
Okay, so I've got a lot of choices to choose from here. Please, I only want to help Deerwood. I only want to see... You want to see Crazy make one more smart comment just like that. Birth invalids until your womb dries for all I care. The rest of these people will hear the truth. You shame your order by dismissing the truth before hearing it, madam. I expected better from a Knight of the Crucible. If you did for... You shame your order by dismissing the truth before hearing it, madam. I expected better from a Knight of the Crucible.
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play.
Jesus, there's so much talking.
I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
If you know anything about me, you know this. I have been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter.
The only piece of evidence.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
Huh. Okay. Why is this a choice, Savin? I'm confused.
Because, maybe you want to help out the dozens a little bit, Bring them on the up and up.
That's a lie, though, and I just said that I'm super honest.
Well, then don't pick that option.
Yeah, let's not do that. I took a personal interest in the matter and tried to learn what I could.
Indeed. This land is foreign to you, unless I miss my guess. Your efforts on its behalf are to be commended.
Also, I'm trying not to go crazy, and this seems to be helping, maybe?
But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenberry Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
That is a loaded fucking question.
How mad can we make the dozens today?
I'd allow the Animancers to continue their work. They explore questions we all wish to understand. If we'd known more, perhaps this crisis could have been averted. Animancy should be studied. If you don't, someone else will, and they will wield great power over you, which is probably what I'm going to say. Yeah, so it's... Don't... let it continue. Let it continue, because if you don't, then it's going to be worse. Control it. Ban it for now. Outlaw it completely. No, I want to say it should be studied. Her face still, Pallegina looks her way and subtly nods approval. Alos shakes his head. Animancers serve their own ambitions and their own purses. Giving them this power is like setting a children loose in an armory.
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me to collect my thoughts. In particular, I want to thank our new delegate, who has given me much to think about, and who alerted me to a new enemy I had failed to see.
You're welcome, dude.
The time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement.
And since it says end dialogue, there's going to be a cutscene and somebody's going to die.
Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood, step forward.
Also, I love the way they use music in this scene. I'm not going to lie. Why did the doors open?
Hi, Theos.
It occurs to me now that my concerns about Animancy may not outweigh its value.
Oh, he is doing...
Forgive me, your grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
Yeah, it's his emergency situation.
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
Oh, Jesus.
And
He
just
just
walks out.
fucking walks out.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
Oh, and then I just pass out. Alright. The words, "Shall I end it for you," ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theos stands at a pulpit high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone maw. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks like melted candle wax, black and red and seeping. The angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. Okay, what the hell was that? You open your eyes to the beamed ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal waft in from outside, alongside the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. Durance taps you with the end of his staff. Get up already! I don't see how you plan to survive your trial, Watcher, if the very sight of your enemy makes you faint like a priest in a whorehouse. That's a good one. Let's be out of this place before something else goes wrong.
I don't think Durance would be fainting in a whorehouse.
Nope. Off to one
Except
side.
maybe from blood loss.
Yeah. Off to one side, you hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He's trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it is too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only... She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please find her. Tell her everything. The guard passes out and slides to the floor, still. Hey! Neri, the Deft Hand, made it to Deadfire Archipelago.
Yay!
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, we did have to make him act openly, but he still succeeded.
Killed the fucking dude.
Yeah,
so.
it's not good.
I don't think there's going to be an army sweeping in to defeat the Leaden Key now.
Nope. There's rioting in the
country's
streets.
on fire, yo.
I mean, let's be 100% honest. The entire country was kind of fucking a powder keg ready to go off at any moment anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, this was inevitable.
Yeah.
But, maybe could have done without the Duke exploding in the middle of the hearing.
Yep.
That probably didn't help.
Nope. Task failed, clandestine car... Oh, that was the Domino's special task, I'm sure.
RIP Sanitarium.
Alright, next time on Character Select, we are going to go back to talk to Lady Webb again. And, shit. things are going to get bad. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it, and Savin.
Everything's on fire.
I think I know why the next game isn't set in Deerwood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Jesus.